Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is me, Gigolo Right, and today, welcome to another daily anything video for exact. Today, I'm going to be explaining to you from top characters that came from Saber and other people that I'm going to revive in the future in my own roleplays. Number 1, Genesis Steve. Even though, even though he was destroyed in Steve Legends not too long ago, recently, I believe that it was unfair that he was put, including his creations, forest, desert, and ocean, are destroyed in the past of Steve Legends. That's why I want to bring him back from my own roleplays and make sure that the characters behind the scene don't get taken for granted by Saber and Lucas. Number 2 is Dynasties. Even though they were put into Rainbow Quest and Steve Legends, they have been put into the old show known as the Steve Saga. And in 2018, like Saber and Alex and the Guardian have explored like a mysterious world in the End Crystal, and that was when they met the Diamond Leader after they met Ghost Steve. But it turns out the Diamond Leader is crazy because literally he even chased after them one time and they before they got back to their world as well. Even though like he was put into a show that was old, he wasn't even put into a newest one, except for Diamond Steve and as an Ore Quest. So that's why I'm thinking about bringing him back in the future as well. Number 3, Ocean Steves. Ocean Steves were created by Genesis Thieves, along with deserts, including forest and Steve Legends. But even though they were there, they're only in the past times of the Rainbow Quest show behind Steve Legends. In 2021, an evil enemy known as Void, or should I say Seer, destroyed every single one of them by drinking the water, the whole thing, from the village. Even though they're around during the past time, I believe that they deserve a second chance to be revived. Number 4 is Cole. Do you know that Cole is played by Lucas in Steve Legends and is still going on now? Even though Cole is still around, I thought it'd be a great idea to bring him back in the future of my own roleplays. He may be disguised and as his name and his looks, but who knows? I'll let you guys know in a future update. Number 4 is the actually no, it's 5 of the Ruin. The Ruin was a known creature. It is known as the being Galaxy Steve, aka Indigo, he used to be in the past of Steve Legends. It turns out that he was just suffering as another form, cursed by the first curse, known as the first enemy. And also, Alex, known as Origin Alex, helped him by curing him, and already knew that he was an Indigo. My theory about her is that she lived in a world, whether a world of Alex's or a world of varying versions of them. That's pretty weird. Number 6, the Unnamed. He was played in Rainbow Quest in 2021, and like he was cool, not gonna lie. At first, he first appeared as the Armor, and the Armor was stuck into a cave under the village of the Rainbow Quest show. Before that, he was also in the cave of Steve Legends, as you guys saw. And that was until one day, or should I say, one episode, Saber got manipulated by the first curse and released one chain. Even though he only released one chain, he was able to escape and also take every single other character and suck them into the armor. That's pretty crazy. Even though he existed in the show, both shows of Rainbow Quest and Steve Legends, he still deserves a third chance into the world. What do you guys think? Let me know in your comments. Number 7 is Obsidian Steves. Well, we don't know who is responsible for the creations of them being around. We heard that they were created by the first enemy, or somebody else that's different from the first enemy. Even though that they're pretty strong, they were easily defeated by Void, aka Seer, during 2021 in Sea of Legends. Even though that they were put into a show, I believe that they were treated unfairly in Sea of Legends. So that way, I'm thinking of bringing them back too. Number 8, Winter Thieves. They were created by Dream Steve in Sea of Legends, aka the friend of Genesis Steve, known as the creator of Forest, Ocean, and Desert Steves. Even though that they've been around in like the winter with the giants, they used to not get along with the giants. That was until Cole showed up and organized everything. But then one day, when Cole teleported back to that kingdom, he realized that everything was destroyed, including the leader too. I believed that they were around for too long, so that's why I thought why not bring back the Heart of Winter and also the Winter Thieves themselves. Number 9 is the Desert Thieves. Desert Thieves, as like I said, were created by Genesis, but one day they're destroyed by the same enemy known as, you know what I mean, Void/Seer. I think that these characters deserve a second chance of being around in the show. What do you think? And put in the comment section. Number 10 is Forest and Thieves. They were pretty cool, not gonna lie. They're one of my favorite characters in the show for some reason. Especially Desert. Desert my first one. Before the deserts were shown, Forest was shown first. When Cole was exploring, he found one of them and didn't know who that person was, and they both got into a rough start. But then they both end up getting along, and that Forest ended up introducing Cole to the forest leader and the village. But then in 2021, that village was destroyed by the last Inferno, and the new one next to the Desert Thieves village was destroyed by Void/Seer. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that they were destroyed after a short amount of time? I think so. Number 11, Origin Steve. To be honest, Origin Steve is pretty cool. What I think is pretty cool about him, he's the creator of the rest of the characters in the show. Even, I heard that in one episode of the show before Sea of Legends, is that he said that he was hated by the rest of them. And I don't know what he means by hated. I'm thinking that he might mean that the rest of the other people, / characters in the story misunderstood him, and that's why he hid away into a world of white. Number 12, the Seven Colored. They have been around in both series, Rainbow Quest and Sea of Legends, even though they have been around in 2 series as well. Rainbow Quest ended in a good ending, but what ending will Sea of Legends end? Will it end in a good ending or a bad ending? I think it's rather a good ending or a bad ending for Sea of Legends. And that's why I'm thinking of remodifying them and giving them extra looks and also extra abilities as based on their own culture. Number 13, Void. He's been around for ever since he was first put in Steve Saga before the reboot. And we all know who he actually is. Because he's been a bad guy ever since the first series that he was put on. Not as you guys know what I mean. But in the new show, the reboot of the series that he was put on, he used to be a blue Steve, not a Seer. I thought about him being Seer before I found out he was Seer. And I was like, I knew it. I knew he was Seer this whole time. I'm planning on bringing him back, but in disguised as a disguised name and disguised look. Number 14, M / aka a mysterious figure, or should I say the Red Apprentice. He was put around in the new show, not in the old show, known as Rainbow Quest. It all began when Saber first saw him, and began the start of the Apprentice Sun. Even though he first saw him, he didn't know who he was before. Well, before he met him, he started to realize that there were notes, in front of his house, or inside his house. He's been wondering who's been doing all this, and that's when he realized it was him, the mysterious figure. But then he wondered who he actually is. So one day he spied on him, and that's when he realized he's a red thief. Red thieves were known to thought to be extinct by the other characters in the show, but then proven by him that they were extinct. I think that's pretty cool, that the way everything was put together in the story. Number 15, Shadow Saber. Even though Shadow Saber is an evil, shadowish version created by Void, version of Saber, I still think that he deserves a third chance, because he's been put on the old show and the reboot as well. Number 16, Rainbow Red. He's been in there in the beginning of the show when Saber and Orange were exploring the House of Red after he got corrupted by darkness. After he got corrupted by darkness, Orange sadly destroyed him because there's no other cure and they couldn't find it, they say in the beginning of the show. But then when they're exploring, they realized that the red crystal was in a abandoned hidden base this whole time. And that was when they met Rainbow Red, known as aka Spark. Because literally, he used to be a good guy, but I don't know what happened to him in the future. Well, my theory is that he got corrupted by darkness, and in the future he turned crazy and wanted to save everybody, because in the past what Void did to everybody, and Steve Legends. Number 17, Rainbow Orange. He's been around ever since 2020, and he was destroyed in 2020 before Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. His funeral was posted by Saber on Christmas, which is pretty messed up, not gonna lie. Dude, if you're hearing this, why? Why do you have to ruin everybody's holiday on Christmas? Number 18, Galaxy. We all know that he used to be an Indigo in Steve Legends and then turned himself into Galaxy by sacrificing his Indigo self into the Indigo Crystal. But then, in 2020, he was destroyed by Void during the time when he was chasing Void around, and he was like, I thought I destroyed you. And that was when he exploded into Time and Elemental. Number 19, Time. He is known to be created by Galaxy along with Elemental. Even though that he was created by Galaxy, he disappeared in 2021, when the series ended. The reason why he disappeared is because he needed to reverse the time back to the part before their kind existed. The reason why is because the first curse cursed their whole world, and they have no other way to fix it until they realize that Saber is the key to everything. Number 20, Elemental. Even though Elemental was basically from a good guy to a villain, then back to a good guy and risked his life for Time and Saber, he was still a good character as well. And seriously, I think he's pretty cool, but at the same time, he can be pretty messed up, I'm not gonna lie. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you defeat the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so that way you'll never miss any video I post. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you in another anything video. Peace.